Somebody made a tweet talking about, I think the Chameleon would work much better as a Daredevil villain rather than a Spider-Man villain, and this is in response to the fact that the Chameleon was recently reportedly announced to be one of the villains that may end up appearing in Spider-Man 4. Given the fact that we just came out of a Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man had to deal with the aftermath of having his identity revealed to the world, so there's a fake Spider-Man messing up Spider-Man's reputation with the public, and then there's a real Spider-Man trying to clear it up. I think that would be an interesting movie. It would make for an interesting plot, and that sounds more likely than the Chameleon trying to take Daredevil's identity. I mean, this is literally the plot of Daredevil season 3. Even though I would love for someone like the Chameleon and Daredevil to cross paths in the future, I think that if they decide to go with the route of villain taking the identity of a hero and pretending to be that hero in a negative way, I think the Chameleon is most likely to do that to Spider-Man. Now, they could do something really interesting with this concept. If Daredevil and the Chameleon are both in Spider-Man 4, it could lead to a point where the Chameleon has messed up Spider-Man's reputation. He's, messing around in New York using Spider-Man's costume. So the vigilantes of New York get to a point where they decide to hunt Spider-Man, particularly Daredevil in this case. So we have a fight between Daredevil and Spider-Man. Daredevil thinks that he's fighting a Spider-Man who has gone rogue, and Spider-Man is fighting a Daredevil while not knowing why Daredevil is looking for him in the first place. It would make for an interesting combat between the two characters, and then a possible alliance once Daredevil realizes, oh, so you are the real Spider-Man and there's a fake Spider-Man going around pretending to be you, and then they could team up against the Chameleon. And on top of that, you could tie all of that up to Mr. Negative, revealing by the end of the movie that Mr. Negative was actually pulling the strings behind the Chameleon. So Daredevil and Spider-Man and the rest of the heroes of New York would be so worried about, Spider-Man being the villain, that nobody would notice that he was in the shadows actually, manipulating everything to execute whatever his plan would be. I think that this would make for a crazy plot in Spider-Man 4, but let me know what your expectations are for the villains in Spider-Man 4.